I get a lot of people asking me how we were blessed to walk away from corporate America in our early 30s. Well, listen, I don't want to keep that a secret. I want to share it with the world. And so maybe you're listening to this podcast and you're trying to figure out, how do I even get started on my journey of entrepreneurship and getting to a level of freedom? Well, text the word freedom to 737 777 9909. Enter your information in, and we look forward to sharing some information with you. A proven system with small overhead, right? That you can do part-time, spare time, right from the comfort of your home, and have amazing mentors, coaches, and a community of entrepreneurs who are willing to support you and help you on your journey to freedom. Welcome to Code Freedom. I'm your host, Eddie Bales. Have you ever felt stuck? Have you ever felt like there's got to be more than life than the reality that you see every day? Tune in weekly, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays as we crack the codes to freedom in every area of your life. Welcome to Code Freedom. I'm your host, Eddie Bales, and this is episode 110. And today, I want to share something with you that I thought was really insightful. It's a quote, another great quote that we're talking about today. And the quote is very simple. It says, "Leap and the net will appear. Leap and the net will appear." And interesting, I got that from a rapper by the name of Harry Mack. Actually, he's a pretty dope rapper. Matter of fact, hey, it'd be dope to have him on the show one day. He is basically, he's a rapper that does like freestyle, right? So pretty cool. But I like that quote because, and I thought it was insightful and powerful for us as Code Freedom, because basically, if you can see it, then it's not really faith. And sometimes can be afraid of the unknown. Sometimes we can be afraid of the things we can't see. But can I just be honest with you? From a spiritual perspective, the things you can't see are actually more real than the things we can see. Like everything we can see is perishable. Everything that we can see is going away. And that's not the direction I was going in. But I just had to put that out there, that the things you cannot see, that is so much more real than what you can see. So keep that in mind. So with that being said, though, we got to make those leaps, because once we make the leap, the net is going to appear. Like when we actually sell out and say, "Look, I'm going to take risks." Now, don't get me wrong, you may fall sometimes, right? But the way I look at it, the Father is always going to have our back, right? We'll never fall too far, right? And if we do fall, we learn. We learn from those mistakes. Les Brown says, if you can look up, you can get up, right? I love that, right? So think about that. We are creative. We are insightful. I keep using that word today, but we can make things happen, right? So we have to be willing, though, to take those leaps. We have to be, like, I'll give you an example. When is the last time you did something for the first time? Think about that, right? Like, just from a simple point of view, like, when's the last time? One thing my wife is really good at is she'll find little different back roads to get places, to cut a lot of traffic out. She's like super good at that. So good that a lot of times we'll take nothing but back roads to get certain places, because she found them and then she showed them to me, and then now it's just the way we go. And it all starts from doing it one time. Like, just do something you haven't done, right? Like, if you've never gotten on a plane, get on a plane. If you've never started a business, start the business, right? If you've never hired a coach, hire a coach, right? The whole point is, do something you've never done. And I would even encourage you to do it before the year is out. Do something big that you've never done. One thing that I'm getting ready to do, and hey, stay tuned, guys, is I'm not getting ready to do it. I'm already writing a book, right? So get ready for that. That's going to be exciting. There's a lot of things that I'm working on that I've never done before. And I'm encouraging you to take those leaps because the net will always appear. You'll always find the support that you need to support whatever you're shooting for, right? Whether it's the business, you'll find the people you need. You'll get the customers. You'll get the resources that you need to support it, right? It may not happen right away. It may not happen overnight, right? But it's going to happen as long as you have the foresight and the faith to believe you can achieve, right? You will achieve. But if you never take those leaps, you'll never even see what's possible. You'll never know what's possible because you are too afraid to even take a step out there, right? Most of the things that we're afraid of never happen, right? We've heard fear, and we talked about it on this episode, and that's not even what this episode is about, but false evidence appearing real, right? We've heard that, right? Or, what my mentor says, face everything and rise, right? Instead of false evidence appearing real, how about we face everything and we rise above it, rise to the occasion, rise to wherever we are and go for it, right? So again, you know, even in our page that we have, our Code Freedom group, I would love to hear, if you can kind of, if you're in that group, by the way, check it out, join it. It's the way to freedom.info, right? The way to freedom.info. What that is our Code Freedom community where you can join that group and engage with us. But comment in there. I would love to know. What are you going to do for the first time before this year's out, right? Are you going to leave the country potentially? Of course, if it's safe and within reason for yourself, make sure you gotta, save some money up and things like that, whatever you got to do it. But what I'm saying is, let's find something that you could do for the first time. Think about it. What could stretch you? What could be so scary, right? Like for instance, maybe you never spoken on stage. I'm actually getting ready to do that this weekend. Now I've spoken on stage before, in front of thousands of people. It's actually like 10,000 people. But it's still something that's like nerve wracking, right? It's going to be exciting but nerve wracking at the same time, and that's what it should be. Like if things are not exciting and nerve wracking at the same time, then then maybe we're not moving in the direction of passion. We're not moving in the direction of excitement. We're not moving into the direction of things that are going to stretch us, grow us, and make us better. Right? We end up falling the opposite and in normalcy, in retreating, in just settling, and just this comfortability, right? And by the way, you know that success only lives outside of your comfort zone, not in your comfort zone. So you want to be the person that says yes and then figure it out. You don't want to be the one that says, I don't know if I can, and I don't think, and no, just say yes and then figure it out. Figure it out along the way. And I'll even add, tell the world, because then you can't back out, right? Because you told everybody you were doing it. I've done that many times. So just be willing, folks, to again leap, and then that will appear. And I promise you, things are going to work out for you. You're going to get everything you need. Uh, just got to go out there and make it happen. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode. This is a quick one, but I thought it could bring some real value for you. And I think somebody just needs to hear it. Somebody needed to hear that they got to do something. Like maybe you're in a business and you haven't made that call to what we call your chicken list, right? The people who you're afraid to call, right? Maybe you just haven't called everybody on the list, right? Maybe you haven't started the business, right? Whatever it is, like I said, there's so many things, and it could be in every area of your life too. Relationship, health, finance. I would even encourage you to see if you can find something in every area, and I plan to do the same thing. Find something in every area that you've never done and do it for the first time. Of course, something positive, something uplifting, something that's going to move you in the right direction. But think about that. Think really long and hard about that, and then just go do it. So, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate all your support and can't wait to see you on the next episode. Take care, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys for listening. Definitely feel free to take a screenshot of this episode, tag me in it on Instagram or Facebook or wherever you find me on social media. I would love to give you a shout out. Hey, you might even get a prize. Who knows? But excited that you had a chance to take a listen. I hope you got a lot of value. And definitely feel free to give us 5 stars as well as a review. Show us some love, and we appreciate you. God bless you all, and see you all over the top.